Misery Loves Cookery readers, viewers. I'm here today to answer a very important, very timely question. How does one avoid eating their children's holiday candy when it's in the house? So we all know that the best way, or I hope we all know, that the best way to avoid eating something that you don't want to eat is to not bring it in your house. I have to do that with French onion dip because I can just, oh my gosh, I can eat it by the spoonful. It's terrible for me, and I just love it like crazy. So I just don't bring that in. And when I see it at a party, I end up eating it. Like I really can't avoid it. So I just make sure not to serve it at my own. If that's the case with you with candy and candy's coming to your house, it's going to be hard to completely avoid eating it. So first step in dealing with this is accept that you may eat some candy. My second step, defense against too much candy eating, is a good offense is the best defense. So what I like to do when there's extra sweets in the house is to have lots and lots of snacky things that I can have that are super healthy for me and taste great and fill me up. This is not that a carrot is the same as chocolate. I mean, it's not like if you want a piece of chocolate, you're going to go get a carrot and say, that's totally satisfying. But it is to say, if you start your day with a good amount of protein and you have some items in your house that are healthier for you that might accommodate a sweet tooth, and you're bulking up on lots of vegetables and salads, things like that, you're going to have less capacity to eat the other food, and hopefully your cravings for it will be a little bit less. Although I can't really guarantee that because sometimes my cravings are crazy no matter what. But what I like to do is oven roast a bunch of vegetables and keep them in the fridge. We love Brussels sprouts. I love asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower. I don't care for them as much raw, but if I do a batch of that on a weekend or on a weeknight when I have a lot of time, a little olive oil, a little salt and pepper, maybe a little bit of good Parmesan cheese, then I'm all set. Then I've got something in the fridge that I can snack on. And then nuts are a great option if you can eat them. I know for me, cashews are kind of on the sweet side, actually, when you're avoiding sugar. So those are good to have around. And then a third thing I might recommend would be some Greek yogurt. Normally, I would say just go for the plain Greek yogurt and add what you want to it. But in this circumstance, you might want to invest in some of the slightly more expensive, because they're by unit, smaller Greek yogurts that have flavoring in them. You can do the sugar. I do sugar-free in this instance, but I had bariatric surgery, so I can't eat that much sugar. But having some of those where you're getting 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 grams of protein, and you can get your sweet tooth a little bit satisfied, might help as well. So first step, accept that there will be candy and just kind of see if you can do some portion control on it. And if you can't, get through it and then get out of your house. Get it out of your house, or you get out of your house away from the candy. That'll work too. Step 2, good offense is a good defense. So have other things to eat that will keep you more satiated and just physically fuller. Drink a lot of water too. That's important. Or drink things that will fill you up. And then I reached out to some friends because I thought there's got to be other ideas than this. And, the number one bit of advice is don't bring it into the house. And people are cognizant that at the holidays, there's Easter baskets, for example, coming up, Halloween, things like that. There's holidays in which candy is a part of it. Pick as many non-candy things as you can to help out the Easter Bunny, for example. Puzzle pieces were one example that was given to me of, giving family members different puzzle pieces, and then everybody works on a puzzle together that day. I think the Easter Bunny is going to bring some little Lego sets here. It's possible. Arts and crafts, things like that. Doesn't mean no candy, but that greatly reduces the candy in the house that's available. Another thing is, if you really want candy, let's say your kid's getting a big bag of jelly beans or Peeps or something like that. My friend Winter Red, who has an amazing podcast I will put the link for here that you should check out, Hungry Squared, she suggested really investing in the good chocolate and the good candy and avoiding those kinds of treats that aren't filling and make you feel kind of gross if you eat too many of them. Get yourself small portions of really delicious, really great chocolate, really great, confectionery, and eat those. And lots of people agreed with that. So it's a lot easier to do portion control when you have one beautiful piece of chocolate that was done by a chocolatier and cost you, $4 or $5 than an entire bag of whatever. I'm not going to name any specific candy because I'll tell you what, no matter what candy you think is disgusting, somebody else thinks that's the most delicious candy in the universe. So, and vice versa, right? So, those would be the big tips that I have for you and that my friends have for you. And I hope you can think of some additional ones as well. Always remember your diet is a moving, changing thing. How you do today, how you do this afternoon, how you do this specific meal is not indicative of how you're going to do later on in the day, how you're going to do the next day, how you're going to do the next meal. So if you make choices that you don't like, the best thing you can do is make different choices the next time around. And don't spend too much time thinking about the choices that bothered you. Just try and switch course and move in that direction. I mean, if nothing else, just really pay attention to how your body feels when you're eating much larger amounts of sugar, fat, salt, which a lot of candy has all of those things. It might not be an issue for you. And if it isn't, then that's fine. But I know as I get older, especially, the more that I have that's really rich or really sweet, I don't feel as well. So if how you feel motivates you and you can check in that way, that's useful too. So I hope those are useful to you. Thank you so much for writing in. Good luck. Have a wonderful holiday week, no matter what you're celebrating. I know Passover is starting, and that is one of my absolute favorite holidays. Easter's right around the corner, another fantastic way to celebrate with your family and your faith. So hope you have a great one, no matter what you're eating. And thank you so much.